As we approach 20 years of hyaluronic acid fillers being used in America, there's a trend that's been happening with people abandoning the idea of getting filler. Filler has definitely lost the popularity it once had, and a big reason why is because we've been bombarded with overfilled faces for years and it doesn't seem to stop. The most recent case being Lisa Rinna, who was called out by an aesthetic physician associate for her unnatural looking cheeks. Lisa blamed Skin Vive, the new hyaluronic acid filler marketed as a skin booster. She warned others not to get this filler because it does indeed add volume, even though she was under the impression that it would just make her skin look glowing and hydrated. Lisa had all the hallmarks of overindulging in hyaluronic acid fillers, or what's known as filler fatigue. It happens when filler, which is hydrophilic, draws in water and creates a swollen, almost glistened appearance to the skin. It's most commonly observed in the lips, cheeks, and under eyes. Hyaluronic acid molecules combine up to 1,000 times its weight in water, which is why it's popular in skincare products, because it's highly effective at retaining moisture, so it can work well to hydrate the skin. But in the case of getting hyaluronic acid filler injectables, if too much volume is added, or if too much volume accumulates in your skin tissue, this binding of water can cause edema or swelling to the tissue. With regards to Lisa, I don't think we can just blame the filler Skin Vive because her cheeks look like they were already over-injected. What commonly happens with filler fatigue is people start out getting filler and looking completely natural. They usually start off treating the areas that they first notice the signs of aging to, like their smile lines, and maybe they treat their lips. And at first, they look natural. Then, as they continue to notice more signs of aging, like volume loss to their cheeks, maybe they treat their cheeks and maybe their under eyes. And as we age, we need to treat more areas of the face. And after many years, they end up losing perception of what they used to look like. Because each time you get treated, your brain normalizes what it's used to seeing. This is known as filler blindness or perception drift. And before you know it, your features get distorted and you no longer look natural. And this strikes people of all ages, and this has heavily stigmatized filler in the process. And this is likely why filler sales have been trending down. All of this overindulgence is also why people can have problems like filler migration. And then let's introduce the negative bias from the media about filler, because we notice people and celebrities that look unnatural. But what we don't notice, or what we're not able to spot, are the celebrities that have natural looking filler, because what looks natural is undetectable. These are the reasons why people are abandoning the idea of getting fillers. And even though it's not the fault of the filler, we also have to ask ourselves a very important question. What happens to your face when you solely rely on filler to treat every aspect of volume loss from aging? This is the reason why I don't heavily rely on filler to treat every single area of volume loss from aging, and I love utilizing biostimulators, which happen to be becoming more popular. Sales of the biostimulator Sculptra have been going up because people want to avoid this filler fatigue from happening. But this doesn't mean that filler is bad and we should abandon using it altogether. And I say this because so many people have become afraid of getting filler, but filler has its place, especially in certain areas like the lips and under eyes. And a big benefit is that it gives immediate results. But I think a more holistic approach would be to utilize other injectables like biostimulators to do a good part of targeting facial aging. Our face ages because we lose bone, fat, and collagen and elastin. So if we can replace what our skin tissue has lost, I think that's the better thing to do, because it's going to cause the skin to regenerate its own collagen and elastin and fat with a new biostimulator on the market, which I'll be testing. With biostimulators, you don't have issues like it attracting water, and the results are natural looking. When you do filler, you can feel it underneath your skin when you first get injected, as opposed to collagen stimulators. You cannot feel it underneath your skin because it stimulates your skin to produce its own collagen and elastin. So I think this approach is better than trying to imitate what our skin has lost with a hyaluronic acid gel. We can still utilize fillers. They're great for enhancements to the lips, the chin, the jawline, the nose, and around the eyes. I also think it's crucial that you have your injectable treatments customized to your face and facial features, because that promotes natural looking results. So I customize treatments towards each individual based on things like your facial aging type. Are you more of a sinker or sagger? I also take into account how much facial fat you have, because that impacts getting injectables. And if I feel like you get better results by losing weight in order to get a more defined jawline or to lessen your jowls, I'll tell you, I think that's the better route. And I discuss all of this in the video about facial fat and its impact on getting injectables, and you can watch this video to learn more. It's also important to know the limitations of injectables, and if I feel like you're a better candidate for surgery, I'll let you know. So if filler face is out, what comes next? I think the future of aesthetic medicine is biostimulators, because that's more along the line of regenerative medicine, which is becoming a lot more popular. I attend cosmetic conferences every year, and I can tell you this last year, there were a lot more lectures and topics on biostimulators and things like exosomes, which are byproducts of stem cells. Longevity and regenerative medicine are gaining a lot of traction. And the focus is shifting towards treatments that not only enhance your appearance, but also promote overall health and vitality, which is why we're seeing an increasing number of discussions and research dedicated to advancing these therapies. My advice to you, if you do get filler, is to find an injector who isn't afraid to tell you no. I think you've reached your limit. Look at their before and after photos of patients that they have personally treated. Do they have a less is more mindset? The key is to treat every issue with as little filler as possible and to place it with the utmost care, but also realize that if you're older and you've lost a good amount of volume, you may need multiple syringes, and getting more than 1 or 2 syringes does not mean you're going to look unnatural. But you may not want to continue to solely rely on filler to treat every aspect of facial aging. My philosophy on filler is that it should be undetectable. After I treat you, I don't want to look at you and know you had filler done. Comment below and let me know. Would you rather have a face full of fillers, or would you rather do biostimulators to target what the skin has lost? Comment below and let me know, but don't forget to watch these videos next to learn how you can target the signs of facial aging.